Thank you so much for stopping by. I am Clippy Basco from Midnight Boulevard, and today we'll be looking at the top 5 most haunted places in Australia. Before we move on, I'd like to remind you to please smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Enjoy. Number 5. The Guluin House. Located in Ipswich, Queensland, the Guluin House is a 148-year-old building with a dark past. In 1889, a 21-year-old maid and cook by the name of Rose Dold became pregnant by another worker and did her best to conceal the pregnancy from her mistress. When the baby was born in July of that year, she threw it down the well on the property. The body of the newborn was found a week later. Past visitors have made claims of hearing what sounds like a baby crying coming from the well. A female apparition has also been seen lurking the grounds in an old maid uniform. In some rooms, people have claimed to feel someone watching their every move. Number 4. Devil's Pool. The legend goes that a runaway wife-to-be named Luna jumped to her death in the sacred indigenous site when she was barred from marrying her one true love. Her curse on the creepily named Devil's Pool, also known as Bendinda Boulders in tropical North Queensland, has lingered ever since. Uluna is said to have lured 17 men to a watery grave since 1959, the most recent being in November 2008. He came for a visit and stayed forever, is written on an eerie plaque commemorating the death of a swimmer who was lost to the waters of the Devil's Pool. Visitors have captured pictures with a face appearing underwater. They believe it's a Luna's ghost. In fact, people claim to still hear Luna's cries and calls for Diga. Her ghost still apparently guards the boulders. Number 3. Beechworth Lunatic Asylum. Located in Victoria, Australia, the hospital was founded in 1867 and was one of the largest in the country, with a patient capacity of over 1,200. In 1995, the hospital shut down, and the trapped souls of over 3,000 patients who died there during the 128 years it was open are said to remain to this day. There are plenty of reports made about the Beechworth Lunatic Asylum. Many have spoken of the figure of a man who appears near the cellar and then completely vanishes within a second. Matron Sharp, who spent most of her life there, has been spotted on more than one occasion. Doors swing open by themselves, and at other times, mysterious screams are heard. In March of 2015, a chilling picture surfaced of what looked like a little girl kneeling on the ground of the most infamous wing of the asylum. The wing where the picture was taken is where patients were given electric shock treatments and kept in straitjackets. Number 2. Port Arthur. Thousands of people tour the Port Arthur historic site every year, and many of them report creepily similar experiences. Port Arthur has a long history. It began in 1830 as a timber station, and for the next 20 years, it housed some of the most hardened criminals from England. The harsh living conditions and the manual labour these convicts undertook meant that they often died young and under horrible circumstances, and many believe that they haunt the historic site to this day. Many have reported seeing a blue lady, who some believe is the ghost of a woman who was married to a Port Arthur accountant. The couple apparently lived in the strict colony during the 1800s. Many tourists are also haunted by the sound of children laughing and playing. The children run up and down stairs, playing, laughing, and on pleasant still summer nights you can hear them playing hopscotch and singing skipping songs. In 2015, a picture surfaced of an apparition standing in front of a Port Arthur building window. Number 1. The entire town of Picton, New South Wales. If tales of a single haunted house isn't enough to give you goosebumps, then perhaps stories of an entire haunted town will. Picton is alleged to be Australia's most haunted town, so much so that they made a documentary about it. Of all the haunted locations in Picton, the most famous is the discussed 180-metre Redback Range Tunnel. In 1916, a middle-aged woman named Emily Bollard took a shortcut through the tunnel. Halfway down, she was hit by a train. She was instantly killed, and her body was carried on the front of the train into Picton. In the years that followed, reports were made of a woman acting strangely in the tunnel. It is believed by locals that Emily still roams it. There were many other deaths and suicides in the Redback Range Tunnel while it was in use, and the spirits are said to also haunt the location. Visitors reported seeing unexplained lights and shadows, feeling drafts of wind, and occasionally seeing the ghost of a girl who hanged herself at the entrance.